Not out there saying, well, George Bush is our boss. They were not saying that. No. So why the hell did they say it about Obama? Look, I'm going to bring skin color into it. The only reason why this guy is supposedly liked so much is simply because he's half black. That is the only reason. There is no other reason. His policies have failed. You have world leaders who are ignoring him or laughing at him or even just coming out and saying, America is now a power vacuum. And you got Putin stepping in. So don't tell me people are paying attention over there. They're not. You got Benjamin Netanyahu coming here to the United Nations after our president speaks, and he throws down the gauntlet, man. I watched that speech, video of it, that Benjamin Netanyahu gave to the UN. My God, that is a world leader right there. In no uncertain terms, he was clear. He told that UN body that you guys are responsible for this kind of crap and that Israel was not going to stand by and let it happen. And he was sick and tired of that body condemning Israel time after time after time after time, and that he was not going to have any more of it. Because it was his nation of 6 million, slightly over 6 million people who are mostly Jewish, who are in the crosshairs of Iran and other Islamic radicals. And he is not going to play footsie with these people. Well, you want to talk about a guy who gets it and understands it. That's Bibi Netanyahu. You got a guy who understands what's going on and is making his moves now because there's nobody to oppose him, and that's Putin, Vladimir Putin. You want to talk about two powerful world leaders? There you are, right there. And you want to talk about a third one, President Xi of China. We don't really pay attention to him. Why? No, because they're in China. Let me tell you something. Those are three world leaders right there. What we got is not. The most powerful nation on the planet has been made impotent by a boy in the White House. We don't, and the only reason that you on the left like this guy is because he's half black. And you feel some sort of stupid, ridiculous sense of pride that you're part of making history by electing this country's first black president. Well, if you guys were so interested in making history, why didn't you elect Alan Keyes? Just saying, why do you on the left diss Dr. Benjamin Carson? Just saying. The only reason that you guys like Obama right now, because he has devastated the economy. And look, here it is. More numbers. Nearly 95 million Americans are out of work. And you want to tell me that you believe in this lie, it's more than a myth. It's just a flat out, unadulterated lie that unemployment's at 5.3%. The number and percentage has not been this high since 1977-78. Oh, who was president back then? Jimmy Carter. I remember I was chastised once about making fun of Jimmy Carter because he now has cancer. My response was, so? He has cancer. I hope he feels better. Doesn't change what type of a president he was. Doesn't change the fact that he's an awful diplomat and should not be on the world stage doing anything in the name of the United States. Sorry he has cancer, but he's still a jackass. I don't know why it is all of a sudden if a person gets ill, gets sick, that we're now supposed to just, forget everything that they've done in their past and just say, well, he's sick now. No. You want to call me unfeeling and uncaring, go ahead. I'm just calling myself logical and to the point. Am I supposed to praise him now because he has cancer? I don't think so. If Barack Obama ever gets cancer, will we be forced to praise him from his 8 years in office? Oh, hell no. I will still consider him and call him the worst president in American history. God forbid we get somebody worse. We'll never survive. So we have 95 million Americans. Excuse me. Jeez, I need a drink. Hold on a second. I need a drink. Drink of water is good for you. We have 95 million Americans who are unemployed. 95 million. And yet we have this H-1B crap importing. Do you realize that I've got a story here? Let me find this story. I know I saw it. No fly zone. By the way, did you know that washing dishes releases stress? Hand washing dishes. Yeah, we'll get to that one. Jobs up. Here it is. Jobs are only up for immigrants. They're up 14,000 for immigrants. But if you're a native-born American, well, your employment numbers are down by 262,000. So we're importing people left and right to take the place of Americans. For a third month in a row, native-born Americans saw their job numbers tumble while immigrants experience solid gains, according to the monthly Bureau of Labor Statistics. So, all you liberals that are listening to the program, I'm getting these numbers from the BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics, which is a part of the Department of Labor, which is the Obama administration. According to the monthly numbers released by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, foreign-born jobs numbers increased by 14,000, while those for native-born Americans fell off a cliff by 262,000. Wow. Over the past 3 months, the job numbers for native-born Americans have dropped nearly by 1 million. Exactly the number of jobs President Obama promised to add when he ran for re-election in 2012. During that time period, jobs for immigrants grew by almost 220,000. So I want to ask you again, why is it exactly that you liberals like Obama? Why? Hey, want some more numbers? I got some more here for you. Women. You women out there, got to ask you this question. Why do you want Hillary for president when she was a part of an administration that caused you to lose jobs? Why do you like Obama when record number 56, almost 57 million women now not in labor force? Again, another record. And we're not talking about women who want to be stay-at-home moms or don't want to have a job. We're talking about women who did have jobs, who want a job, are now out of the labor force. Nearly 57 million of them. And yet you want to tell me that you are for Obama, that Obama has done such a wonderful job on our economy, that our economy is booming and roaring back. Really? 95 million Americans unemployed, out of work, can't find a job. Nearly 57 million of them are women, unemployed, can't find a job. And yet you want to go out there and talk about how good a job Barack Obama is doing and the Democrats have done. And the Republicans, it's the Republicans' fault then, right? No, it's not. In fact, you got all you wonderful college students out there who are trying to support Bernie Sanders and his idea of a utopia. Well, here's something interesting for you that the Daily Caller reported on because the lamestream media won't report it. Hey, Bernie, and let's face it, Vermont is not exactly what you would call a conservative paradise. Bernie's socialist paradise. Some of his ideas have been implemented in the state of Vermont. Bernie Sanders, his state of Vermont, is realizing a brain drain. They're experiencing a brain drain. Now, what exactly is that? College grads are fleeing Vermont because there are no jobs there. So college grads, kids go off to college, they go to college someplace else, they're from Vermont, they go to college someplace else, come back home, or they get educated within the state of Vermont, or you get a bunch of people from out of state coming into the state of Vermont, they get educated, get a degree, look around the state of Vermont because maybe they like it and they want to stay, so they look around the state of Vermont for a job, they look, cannot find anything. So what do? They leave. Because the state is not conducive to growing its economy. Look, we're kind of running into the same problem right here in the state of New Hampshire. What we have is an importation of a bunch of liberals from the states of Massachusetts, New York, and California. I can't tell you how many times I have seen, when I say out-of-state plates, I'm not talking about New England states because, New England states are so small, people can go back and forth all the time. But I'm talking about out-of-state, out of New England plates from New York and California. It is absolutely surprising and sickening how many people are moving here. You look in the parking lots of some of the major apartment complexes in the three major cities, and you will see a lot of foreign plates. And those foreign plates usually say New York or California. There's another foreign plate that I see here a lot, but they don't tend to stay. They're here for visits. And that's in the state of Pennsylvania. And they're probably not from the cities of Philadelphia or Pittsburgh or Harrisburg or something. They're probably in the outlying areas, in the rural areas, where it's a lot more conservative, where Pennsylvanians have been taking back their county governments and trying to turn things around. Oh, those people are probably staying in Pennsylvania because they're not moving here. But those other wonderful idiots from states that are failing, like New York and California, they're moving here. And you know what? We've got two groups of people who are leaving. We got retirees that are leaving, well, mostly because of weather. But then we also have the brain drain too. All these wonderful kids get all these wonderful degrees in an area where there are more colleges per capita than any place on the planet, and they're booking it out in New Hampshire and New England too. Because why? There are no jobs. And yet we're supposed to say that liberalism, socialism, communism, leftism, hey, we're supposed to say that's what makes everything tick and work. All you got to do is ask these people, well, what has liberalism done for you lately? And they can't give you an honest answer. It's all about feeling. All they got to do is feel. Oh, I feel that Bernie's on our side. No, Bernie's not on your side. Bernie already told you that he's going to bankrupt this country if he's elected president. He told you that. And yet, you still think you want to elect him. Wow.